I'm Tony.
I'm Pablo.
We're two-thirds of Above and Beyond. We're looking forward to playing the God's Kitchen Arena at GlobalGathering this summer. See you there. Since we did GlobalGathering, we've been around the world. We just go around the world all the time, actually. I did actually go around the world just after Christmas. Went east to India, did Sunburn in Goa, and then we went to Thailand, and then we went from there to America, and then we came back to England. For us, the touring it never stops. You know, people say, "How's the tour going?" You know, it's been going for like 10 years, really. But we had a really exciting thing happen to us just the end of the summer. We were playing in America, and we were supposed to be playing in Reno, which is this tiny little would-be Las Vegas town in the mountains near San Francisco. And we got stuck in the snow in the mountains, and we were a little bit late for the gig, and the promoter got cold feet and cancelled the gig without telling us. So we arrived in town, and loads of people had come for the night, and so we were sitting in the hotel bar thinking about what we were going to do that night. We were like, well, we're here already, why don't we see if anybody's around? So we put a thing on Twitter and Facebook saying, you know, we're having a drink in the hotel bar if you want to come along. And sure enough, you know, these things actually work. You know, people turned up, and one of the girls was a local girl, and she told us that there was a bar down the road having an open decks night, which I'd never heard of before. She said, why don't you play there? And I thought, well, that's great. So we had a bit of a chat about it. Yeah, we can play there. They got, you know, 2000s, they got the decks in for us, they put it on their Facebook page. We turned up at this bar, and they were playing really deep dubstep when we got there. And there was only about 9 people in the venue when we got there, but everybody came in dribs and drabs, so we actually met everybody that came to the party. Ended up playing, J-Tech was there, he played for a while, and we played for about an hour, I think.
Yeah, and I think we were on the dance floor all through J-Tech's set as well. And,
yeah.
And it's really brought home what the whole thing's all about. You know, it's really all about the music and the people. And that night we made some really good friends, and actually a couple of them were just last weekend in Santiago in Chile.
Oh, fantastic! Wow.
So they'd driven all the way down. So
what, from San Francisco?
Well, they'd flown into South America.
Oh,
they're driving around South America.
That's a long drive. I was going to say, from San Francisco, just for the night. But it was great fun. It's just one of those kind of odd things, and it was really good to kind of snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Somebody better than me once said.
Did you crack out the dubstep record?
No, but as soon as we finished, they got back on the dubstep. So
there's enough for that around, I think. Well, I think one guy that you mentioned, you know, this sort of idea of genre, and I think the most exciting music comes from the people that really break all the barriers and don't really conform to any single genre. And the first guy that comes to mind when you talk about stuff like that is Matt Zoe, who's you know, not only, you know, an incredible you know drum and bass producer, but does really good trance, does really good housey stuff, does really good techie stuff, and you really can't sort of categorize him. And every record that we get from him, you know, it's a total surprise. You never really quite know what you're going to get, but the one thing you can almost be sure of is that it's going to be good, whatever it is. So Matt Zoe is the man.
Yeah, and he's playing with us at God's Kitchen. Sorry, at the God's Kitchen. Sorry, shall I start that again? He's playing with us. He's playing with us at Global, and you should definitely check out his set. I mean, he played with us at Trance Around the World 400 and played Iggy Pop in the middle of his set. It's brilliant, actually. And he always does kind of really interesting mashups. But the energy in his sets is always really good. And he's quite a little showman now.
Yeah, I like seeing him behind the deck.
Yeah, he's really good.